Go.
Hi, I'm Sajid Hussain, the co-founder of Property Success Academy, and I'm making this video for you while I'm sitting in my back garden enjoying this glorious sun that we're having. The kids are off school, means get a bit more time to spend with them. And also it means I can work on my lovely tan. Seriously, come and have a look. Have a look at this. So if you too want a tan like mine, all you need to do is drive around your car with your car window open and your arm outside like this. Seriously, not cool. Anyway, let's get back to why I'm doing this video. So having now done millions of pounds of property joint ventures over the last few years, I thought it'd be really useful for me to share with you the 3 things that I get asked more times than anything else about property joint ventures. So let's just get straight into it. Number 1, the thing that I get asked most frequently is, why would you want to use a joint venture in the first place? What's the point? So let me explain it this way. Let's say you had £100,000 to invest in property and you got started in property. So you could either purchase maybe one property for £100,000 or you could purchase maybe say 4 properties with a mortgage and £25,000 deposit in each one, or you can get a little bit more creative and maybe you'd go out and purchase say 10 or 12 properties using something like lease options or rent-to-rent type properties. But here's the thing, regardless of how much money you have, if you're out there investing on your own, you're going to run out of money. Whether it's 1 deal, 4 deals, 10 deals, 50 deals, whatever it is, you're going to run out of money. And if you look around right now, there's never been a better time to get into investing in property right now. There's just so many opportunities out there. The buying opportunity right now is just phenomenal in terms of what you can do, and also when you get creative in terms of the type of strategies that you use to invest in property, it's almost unlimited in terms of what's possible. So what you can do is leverage other people's time, money or skill. That's the key reason for using property joint ventures. For me, when I got started in property, I got very good at finding the deals, but the thing is, I didn't have the money to do those deals, to close the deals. I understood what I needed to do, but I just didn't have the funds to complete on those transactions. And that's why I started working with other people, and what I found that I became very good at finding those deals, putting them together, getting other people to fund those projects for me, and it meant I could continue to grow. So how would it be for you if you were able to find those property investment opportunities, which I'm sure you'd be able to because there's plenty of them out there, and then you had unlimited funds to be able to acquire the number of deals that you want to? And that's really what joint ventures enables you to do. It enables you to buy as many properties as you want, whether you're flipping properties, whether you're holding properties, whether you're doing HMOs, whatever it is, whatever the strategy is, you have no limits in terms of what's possible. For me, that's been the key thing in terms of building my multi-million pound portfolio. It means that actually there's always money is available for deals, as long as the deals are good. It means I don't have to go to the banks to try and struggle to try and find funding to structure deals in a way that the banks are happy that they'll finance them. It simply means if I've got the right deal there, I can access my joint venture partners who finance the projects for me. It means you never ever run out of money. So for me, what that means is that I use my time, my skill, my resources, and I find the investment opportunities and I partner with other people to fund the projects. And you can do exactly the same thing. Key benefits of joint ventures. But if you're on the other side of the fence, where for example you have the money but don't necessarily have the deals, it can still work in the same way. You can partner with people who are finding deals, who are very skilled, and then fund those projects and share the profit between you. It means you're sharing the risk and the rewards. The second question that's most frequently asked is that you've got a deal but you can't get anybody to invest with you. Why is it that you're not able to find anybody to fund the projects for you? Sometimes it can be that maybe people are not confident in your experience, your track record, your ability to close a deal, how you presented it. It could be many, many different factors. But here's what I found. I found it's all about understanding what the other person needs. But let me explain it in a slightly different way. Right now I'm fasting for Ramadan, 30 days of no food or no water during daylight hours. Is it a bit tough? Yeah, it can be a bit tough, but one of the things it enables me to do is to understand how somebody else might be feeling in that situation. Somebody who's got no food, no water, in sweltering heat, how they might be feeling, how they might be suffering. When you can relate to somebody in that way, you can kind of like, understand a little bit more how somebody might be feeling. And this is not too dissimilar to when you're trying to structure a joint venture with somebody, when you need to understand what the other person wants. So when I've got a potential deal that I want to put to my joint venture partners, what I tend to do is, rather than ring up and trying to sell to them, what I will quite often do is beforehand I will spend the time to get to know and get to understand what the potential joint venture partner is looking for. What's the key things for them? Are they looking for the return on investment? Are they looking for a return on their money in a certain period of time? Are they looking for something that's minimum risk? Are they looking for an opportunity to be able to work with me and learn how the deals are done? Everybody's got different need in terms of what they're looking for. So when you get to know and understand your potential partner that you might be working with and what it is that they're looking for, really what you're able to then do is be in a best position that when you have an opportunity, you can present it to them in a way that they will be able to relate to that information. So let me give you an example. Let's say I have an opportunity that requires, say, £50,000. We're going to set up a HMO and it will generate £1,000 net profit a month. £50,000-70,000 typically investments required for the type of HMOs that I do. So if I approach a joint venture partner, somebody that may be interested in investing, and I say to them, right, what we need is about £50,000-70,000. We're going to acquire this property, convert it to a HMO, we'll generate about £1,000 a month, we'll share it between us, the profit, and that's the deal. Now, quite often, that's what many people that go looking for funds try and do. They offer the deal in that way, but what they're missing is they haven't actually taken the time to get to understand what the other person is looking for. So rather than going out there and trying to sell, my suggestion would be to take the time, or what I would do is I'd look to try and understand, how much you're looking to invest, why you're looking to invest in property, why you're looking to invest with me, what kind of returns are you expecting, what kind of returns have you been getting in the past, what the appetite for risk is. It certainly wouldn't be a drill of questions like this, but these are the kind of things you want to try and draw out whilst you're spending time with somebody and understanding whether they're going to be the right person to work with. And here's the thing, it's okay to say no, that you might not be the right person to work with me. Quite often we have the mentality of loss that if we say no, we might not get another person that will invest with us. But if you're doing a project like, for example, like the one I just mentioned, a long-term HMO deal, you're going to be working with that person for quite a long time. It's really, really important that you have a good understanding and a good relationship. The kind of deals that I think will generally go wrong is where we might have something to offer which is a great investment opportunity, and we offer it to somebody and they look at the headline figures and think, yes, I want in this deal. Because those are the kind of people who just miss all the detail and don't really understand what's involved. They're just looking at the big picture, the headline figures, and they're not investing in you as an individual. Generally, joint ventures are more so about you as the individual and less so about the deal. When people are comfortable and happy with what you're doing, they like you, they trust you, they get to know you, they will then work with you and rely on you to find the deals that's going to generate a great return for you both as joint venture partners. Number 3, the third most frequently asked question is, why do I structure deals on a 50-50 basis? First of all, let me explain what I mean by that. What I tend to do is I use, as I mentioned earlier, I use my time, my skill, my resources to go out there, find the investment opportunities, I put the deal together, then I look for a partner to fund that particular deal, and I oversee the transaction. I do any management, dealing with agents, whatever else it needs doing. I take care of everything that needs doing. They simply provide the funds. And then what I will do is, once we create a profit, share that net profit between us, split in half. So for example, if it's a flip, say we purchase something for £100,000, we spend £25,000 on a refurb, we sold at £175,000. That £50,000 is then split between us, £25,000 each. The investor takes out their initial investment back out, and the profit is shared. That's how we do that. So if it was something like a HMO that we're keeping for a longer term investment, we may be generating, say, £1,000 net profit a month. We split that in half, £500 a month each that we take out. The investor's money generally tends to stay in those deals for the longer term because they're more long term investments, where the flips are kind of projects where you recycle your money and get the money back out in a quicker time. Different types of projects. But this comes back to what I was saying earlier in point 2, where it's important to get to know what your joint venture partner is looking for and what they want. So when I'm doing my 50-50 JVs in that particular way, the thing that comes up is sometimes people will say to me, if I'm explaining to somebody else about how I structure my joint ventures, is, Haj, why are you giving away 50% of your potential deal? Let me let you into a little secret. You don't have to give away 50%. You can give away as much or as little as you want. The most important thing is you should create a win-win deal. For me, I'm just comfortable with giving away 50% of the opportunity. And for some investors, they'll feel that that's a fantastic opportunity for them, that they're putting funds in and creating 50% of the net profit of whatever that particular deal is that will do. For other people, it's more about the return on investment that they're looking at overall, and they've got a trustworthy partner on board that's going to take care of the transaction, who's got a track record and experience of doing these type of deals. But you know, the way I look at it, you know, if I've got a formula where I'm giving away 50% profit on a particular transaction, for some people that might feel that I'm giving away a lot. For me, it means that actually I'm always have a line of potential investors that are ready to invest with me. So, you know, it doesn't need to be a formula that's the same as mine. You need to create something that works for you. But more importantly, coming back to step 2, it's about understanding and getting to know what your potential joint venture partner might be looking for, because then you can structure deals that are going to suit them. So let me give you another example. Sometimes I'll get investors that will approach me and say, look, you know, I understand you know, how you do your joint ventures. What I'm looking to do is I've got an investment opportunity and I'm looking for £100,000, and I'm going to pay 12% a year, 1% a month for my joint venture partner. And this is the bit that, you know, I'll probably correct them on and say, well, actually what you've got there is something, what you're actually looking for is a loan, not a joint venture partner. In a joint venture, as I touched on earlier, it's about sharing risk and reward. If you're not sharing the risk and you're not sharing the reward, then it's not a joint venture. If you're merely borrowing money at a fixed rate where the investor has a very limited or very, very low risk in that particular deal, and you're carrying most of that risk, then that is not a joint venture. That is quite simply a loan. That's a really important distinction, because quite often I see people just confuse the two and it's a blur in terms of what the difference between the two are. So when you're clear about what a joint venture is, you can create a situation that works really well for your funding partner. You present it in the right way, there's absolutely no reason why you won't get the deals. So just to summarize, frequently asked question number 1 is why joint ventures? Why use property joint ventures? It means that you can do unlimited number of deals and you can continue to do more and more and more. You don't have the issues about time. You know, if you've got your partners lined up, you get the deal, you pick up the phone, money's agreed, phone down, money will be wired to the bank. It takes a little bit more than that, but in a nutshell, that's what it means. No restrictions on time, no restrictions on money. Frequently asked question number 2, why can't I find anybody to joint venture with me? This is about getting inside the head of your potential joint venture partner that you might be speaking to and understanding what it is that they want. Then you can present your offering in the right way and there's absolutely no reason why they won't work with you. And frequently asked question number 3, in terms of why I do 50-50 joint ventures, and I've explained why I share the deal 50-50, but you don't necessarily have to. You can create a situation that works well for you. You can either have an offering similar to mine, or you just create a win-win that works for you and your potential investors. So look, I hope you found this really useful, and look forward to some more videos, because I'll be sharing some more information on property joint ventures from myself and Divian. Thank you very much, take care and enjoy the good weather. Don't forget to get on the tan, just like mine.